Hi guys, so hopefully everyone is listening to me. This is not pre-recorded video that you have to put it in your notebook, but if you are absent today, this is the example that I went over in class today, live lesson. So I am basically pre-recording this video, the live session example, to re-explain to you about this topic, which is solving right triangle, because it's really difficult and complex to do. Although we know how to find missing side and missing angle, that's what we did last week, right? 8.3 and stuff. But whenever we have everything together, like all the unknown side and angles together, it's complex to solve. So I am pre-recording this video for students who have to be re-explained because, I know 30-minute live lesson is not enough and then maybe I went over really fast. So I wanted to record this video to show you how to do those examples again. So I'm going to go over example number 1 to 3 in this video. So if you are absent, it's your opportunity to listen to me and then write down your notebook, write down note in your notebook, okay? Or if you're there in live lesson, you don't have to write anything because you're supposed to have this in your notebook, but you can rewatch my video to go through the example number 1 and 2 or 3, okay? So let's go over example number 1. Solve triangle ABC. So whenever the question is saying solve a right triangle, it means find all the unknown side and unknown angle. So if you guys remember last week, we were finding a missing side, missing angle, right? Just one missing side, one missing angle. But whenever we are dealing with the solving right triangle, we have to find all the unknown parts. Okay, so it can be 2 angles, 2 sides, whatever. So let's look at example number 1. So solve right triangle ABC. Ooh, okay. I have to find this little a, which is height of the triangle, and then I have to find this C, which is my hypotenuse. And what else? I have to find angle B because it's missing there. So let me label everything. So first I have to find angle B. Next I will have to find A, and then I'll have to find side C. So that's what I'm looking for right now. It's up to you which one to find first, but I am going to find angle B first because I already know this is 90 degree, this is 28 degree, and sum of triangle, sum of the angle of triangle has to be 180 degree, right? So you can add 28 and 90 and then subtract from 180. Or 90 is already half of 180. So you can forget about 180, but just do, I'll put it here, 90 minus 28. So it's going to be 62 degree. Okay, I subtract 90 with 28. So this is 62 degree. So I already found one of them. Okay, let's look at part A. So that's side, right? This one is missing. Okay, how I'm gonna find a square plus b square equal to c square? Can I use Pythagorean? Oh no, why? Pythagorean, you have to know at least 2 sides. But I do not know 2 sides. Only one of the side is given, which is 15. So I cannot use Pythagorean. So in this case, we have to apply something that we learned last week, which is 8.3 topic, solving for a missing side using trig functions. So I'll use 28 degree. You can use 62 if you want to, but I am going to use 28 degree. So it will have different solutions. It really depends on people, but I am going to use 28. So from 28 degree, my A is opposite and then B is adjacent because it's right next to 28. So if I know opposite and adjacent, what can you use? Tangent. Tangent is supposed to be opposite over adjacent, right? So I'll set up the equations now. It will be tangent, and I already used 28 degrees. So that equals to opposite, which is A over adjacent, 15. And then let's solve for A. So I multiply 15 on both sides to cancel this. So A has to be 15 times tangent of 28 degree. I will just use calculator. So let's go to the decimals. So tangent 28 degree. Make sure it has to be in degree. If it's a radian, you might get a really weird number or negative. So it has to be in degree. Tangent 28 times 15. It's 7.9756. I'll round it, so it's going to be 7.98. All right, I'm rounding nearest hundredth. So 7.98. So I found my side A. Okay, so let me erase this and then label it. So from here, to find side C, there are multiple ways to do, guys. You guys can use Pythagorean a squared plus b squared equal to c squared now because you already know two sides, right? So you can do 7.9a squared plus 15 squared equal to c squared and then solve for c. Or if you want, just stick with the trick. I'll use trick and show you. Let me use different color. I'll still use 28. From 28, c is hypotenuse. And I'll use 15 one more time. 15 is adjacent. If I know adjacent and hypotenuse, I can use cosine, right? So I'll use cosine 28 degree equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So it's same thing. I am going to multiply everything by c. So I can cancel. So c times cosine 28 equal to 15. This one's a little bit different than previous one. We have to divide everything by cosine 28 to isolate c. All right, so let me erase since I don't have enough space. Oops. Okay. So we divide everything by cosine 28. So the left-hand side, I have only c left. So c equals to 15 divided by cosine 28. That's what we have. So 15 divided by cosine 28. That's 16.988. So I'll round. It's going to be 16.99. Okay. So my c is 16.99. Okay. That's it. But as I say, you guys can use Pythagorean theorem if you want. That was example number 1. Let's go over example number 2. Same type of questions. We have to find 3 different portions. One of them is B, which is the side, right? This one is side. And then angle A, angle B. So in this case, we have a 2 missing angle and 1 missing side. So let me try to find side first. I'll use Pythagorean in this case. Why? Because I already know two sides. Since I know the two sides, I can use a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. A can be anything, 3 or b. I'll just put 3. B, we don't know. C always have to be hypotenuse, so we know which is a 6. So that's 9 plus b squared equal to 36. You subtract 9. So b squared equal to 27. And you take the square root, right? So b equals to square root of 27. If you use calculator, square root of 27 will be about 5.196. So I'll do 5.2. Okay, so that's my side. So I found this. All right, let me erase all of them. Okay, now I'm interested in my angle. So let's find angle. It's up to you, but let's do angle A first. 6 is hypotenuse, I already know. From angle A, 3 is opposite. If you know opposite and hypotenuse, what can you use? Sine, SOHCAHTOA, right? So sine angle A equals to opposite over hypotenuse. See, whenever we are looking for angle, what do we have to use? We have to use inverse trick. And then parenthesis, instead of A, you are going to put 3 over 6, and that's going to be your angle A. So we are going to use decimals, go to function, sign with a -1, and then we have 3 divided by 6. It's going to be 30 degree. Make sure your mode has to be degree, okay? 30 degree. So A is 30 degree. If that's 30 degree, how are you going to find angle B? Very easy. You don't have to use trick. Angle B will be just 90 minus 30 because sum of the triangle has to be 180. So that's going to be just 60 degree. Okay? So after you find one of the angle, the other one is easy. You just subtract from 90 degree. Let's look at example number 3. So this one, I kind of gave you time to do it during the live lesson. So I see 7, B, and C. I only have one side, which means I cannot use Pythagorean. So I am going to use something else. This is 32. Let's find the B first. B is adjacent, right? It's right next to 32. And from 32 degree, 7 is opposite. I know opposite and adjacent, so I can use tangent. Tangent 32 degree equals to opposite over adjacent. And I'll solve it. Times B times B. This cancels. B times tangent 32 equal to 7. Again, we are interested in B only, so I am going to divide everything by tangent 32. So B equals to 7 divided by tangent of 32 degrees. So 7 divided by tangent 32. That's 11.2, so I already have my B. Okay, let's find C. Again, it's up to you. You guys can use Pythagorean because I already know two sides, right? So you can do 7 squared plus 11.2 squared equal to C squared if you want to. Or you can just stick with the trig functions. So I know hypotenuse is C. So from 32 degree, okay, let's use a 7, opposite, and hypotenuse. It really doesn't matter. You can use adjacent and hypotenuse if you want to. But if I use opposite side, it's going to be sine, right? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So I have a sine 32 equals to 7 over C. Did we get it? If you want to use cosine, go ahead. Cosine is what? Adjacent, so B over C, and we already know B, which is 11.2 because we found it. You can do that. Both answer will be exactly the same. Okay, so let me stay with the sign. So sine 32 equal to 7 over C, and then you are going to solve for C. Same concept, you multiply by C. So C is actually 7 over sine 32. Sorry, I skipped some step. So it'll be 7 divided by, sine 32 degree, which is 13.209. So let me round it. So it'll be 13 point, 21. Okay, good. Finding angle B is really easy. This is 90 degree, that's 32. So to find the B, you can subtract from 180, or you can just simply do 90 minus 32, which is 58 degree. Okay? So that's what we did in live lesson today. So if you missed the class, please, make sure you have everything in your notebook. And then if you have any question, please see me during office hour or email me something. All right, so hopefully this video helps you guys. And as I said, the practice problem for today, I only put 2 questions because it has multiple parts, and you saw it takes a while to solve it anyway. So I only put 2 questions. This is formative. And I told you guys have a mid quiz. So I combine all the topics. So 3 questions on SOHCAHTOA, very easy. 2 questions on 8.3, finding missing side. And then another 2 questions on finding a missing angle. So I didn't put today's topic because it's complex, but I gave you practice problem with the 2 questions. But for the quiz, since it's a summative, okay, it worth more, I put a little bit easier questions. You will get unlimited attempt, 30 minutes, 7 questions total. So please try as much as you need to do to get good grade. Okay? And for Wednesday, watch the video lesson, please, because this Wednesday you guys will have a video lesson and complete Wednesday assignments for the attendance. Okay, and then please, if you have any questions, see me during office hour. I'll be there. Okay, if you need help with the quiz, just see me. I'll go through the quiz with you. Okay? All right, guys. I'll see you on Thursday or Friday. And thank you for watching.